boy lay in the bathtub practicing holding his breath. He glanced up at the stopwatch. 55 seconds. A new personal record. Good enough for the Olympic breath-holding competition, he thought. He limped down the stairs, hoisted his red duffel bag over his shoulder, and headed for the door to run away from home. But just as he reached for the handle, his mother stepped out from the shadows.
Where do you think you're going, young man?
Rome. I'm going to hold my breath at the Olympics.
Instead of scolding him, she handed him a metal box, telling him to save it for his future medals. After he left, she shook her head helplessly. Eddie hobbled to the bus stop, only to find his father already waiting there. He quickly made up a story, but his father wasn't buying it. Why don't we get on the bus and hold our breath all the way home? I bet that'll be longer than 55 seconds. And just like that, Eddie found himself back home. But his Olympic dreams were just getting started. His father was kicking himself now. The book of Olympic glory moments he'd bought for his son was supposed to inspire him to overcome his disability. Instead, it had filled Eddie's head with all sorts of wild ideas. One month it was breath holding, the next it was marbles. Every new obsession fizzled out after a few days. 5 years passed with no progress toward the Olympics. At least his leg had healed, opening up more possibilities. The doctor warned him to take it easy, but Eddie, fueled by dreams, immediately forgot that advice. He tried pole vaulting but kept snapping the poles, attempted hurdles but repeatedly split his pants. Weightlifting left him flat on his back. Hammer throwing somehow knocked him out cold. The metal box his mother gave him for medals was now crammed with broken glasses. One day, while practicing javelin, Eddie not only punched a hole through the window but nearly impaled his father. That was the last straw. His father exploded, demanding he stop this nonsense immediately.
What about my Olympic preparations?
Eddie, you are not an athlete!
His father's words forced Eddie to face reality. The next day, he followed his father to the construction site. His father assumed that was the end of his son's Olympic fantasies, but fate had other plans. The ski slope next to the construction site opened Eddie's eyes to new possibilities. If the Summer Olympics were out of reach, maybe the Winter Olympics still held hope. He strapped on skis and climbed the towering mountain. Racing down the 45-degree slope, his young face tense with concentration, he fought to maintain his balance. The gleaming white snow seemed to light up his path forward like sunshine. Soon, the walls of their home were covered with certificates, the shelves lined with trophies. Eddie's decade of dedication had finally paid off. The national team's doors were open to him. But just as the reporter's camera rolled, he accidentally crashed into a teammate, triggering a domino effect that left the entire line of athletes sprawled in the snow. The Winter Olympics official conducting the interview was mortified. He pulled Eddie aside privately and crushed his Olympic dreams for good.
You will never be Olympic material.